Every Witcher game has its memorable, unique monsters. For example, the K-Run in The Witcher 2, The Witcher 3's Botchling, and Thronebreaker's Garnicora. The games often introduce new monsters to the continent. Some pretty interesting ones have appeared over the years. And the same goes for The Witcher Monster Slayer. The Witcher Monster Slayer brings in a lot of familiar monsters from the games for you to fight, but also adds some new ones. Creatures like the Rarasha, the Leshen Hound, and the subject of today's video, the Liho. This video will contain spoilers for the quest Evil Never Sleeps from The Witcher Monster Slayer. In the quest Evil Never Sleeps, a Witcher was hired to help a farmer with an arachnomorph problem, which had been troublesome to the man. The quest at first seems very straightforward. You go kill some oversized spiders, save a local ship captain from their webs, and return to the farmer for your reward. It is, however, when you return for your reward, when things get interesting. As payment for completing the contract, you receive an amulet with a bright red crystal. Upon receiving the amulet, a tall skinny figure of a woman appears, with a large eye in the middle of her forehead. The amulet given to the Witcher by the farmer was cursed, and contained a Liho. Most prominent effects of this curse include exhaustion and hallucination of both the visual and auditory kind. If left unchecked, this curse can kill a man, and it has led to deaths before. Simply discarding the amulet does not rid you from the curse. It would simply materialize back into your hands. There are only two ways to get rid of the curse: hand it over, or let the Witcher deal with it. The first method of handing over the amulet only works on unsuspecting victims. You can't give the object to someone who knows about the curse, as that would give the same result as trying to just throw the amulet away. And whilst you can't give the amulet to people who know about the curse, you also can't tell someone about it while affected. According to a previous victim, a researcher named Baudouin de Courten, when he tried to tell his colleague Cole about the curse, he was physically unable to do so. The researcher, however, managed to find a way to talk to him about the amulet, by writing it down, which apparently was a loophole and would allow one to inform others about the curse. For 6 weeks, Baudouin and Cole researched everything that was related to the curse that they could find in the major libraries of Novigrad. And from the research, they arrived at the conclusion that it was most likely a Liho. They found a way to get rid of the curse. However, Baudouin was unable to do so, as to get rid of the Liho, it had to be defeated, which would require a Witcher. But first, to face the creature, one must throw the amulet into a fire, burning with Leshen moss and cowbane. It is only after the Liho has been defeated that the amulet can be thrown away and the curse is lifted. There is, however, a slight catch. If the amulet is discarded too close to where the Liho was defeated, there is a chance that the curse returns to the object, and any unlucky person who finds the amulet will be cursed. The researcher who acquired the knowledge eventually died not long after. The curse made him very exhausted and weak, to the point where he developed tuberculosis, which would eventually become fatal. Shortly before he died, he gave the medallion and a book with the related information to a farmer named Bedwyr. The farmer who hired the Witcher to deal with the spider problem, which in fact was only a ruse to get rid of the curse, and to try to get it solved by having a Witcher take care of it. One of the things that makes the Liho stand out in The Witcher Monster Slayer is that when you are affected by the curse, everything changes around you. While cursed, you can't see the difference between monsters. Each and every one looks like a Liho. That is, until you fight them, when the illusion disappears as you get too close. Plenty of people have been left confused by this quest, thinking their game is bugged. The changes in how everything appears makes it important to get rid of the curse as quickly as possible. The Liho is classified as a relict, in contrast to the idea that it might be a ghost. In fact, it might be closer to a demonic-like creature, similar to the Caretaker from Hearts of Stone. They are both very human-like creatures, and the notes about the Liho state that the cursed amulet could possibly predate writing, due to it being a loophole in the curse. Lihos are rare monsters. That however doesn't stop peasants from having their superstitions about them. One peasant even managed to prove that one belief, related to the Liho accelerating fermentation of milk, to be true. The Liho is featured pretty prominently in the trailer of The Witcher Monster Slayer. It is the creature that in the end emerges from the house and screams at the camera. And whilst the beast only ever appears in the mobile game, I personally would like to see it appear in a future game, to see what they could do with the curse of a Liho and the mechanics behind exhaustion and the hallucinations in a full Witcher game. But what do you think of the Liho? Till the next video. Bye.